What's going on, guys? Astro with Hidden Profits Crypto here. Before we get into today's video, as usual, I'm going to give a huge thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel. We got a lot of new subscribers yet, so if you are new, welcome. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure to do so. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We show a lot of low cap altcoins, hidden gems, and other great projects. So if that sounds interesting to you and you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit that subscribe button. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. All right, so today we're going to be taking a look at another great project that I found a few days ago. This project is Qredo. Now, they are a DeFi infrastructure, and they plan to basically bring a lot of security to the DeFi space, allowing you to basically interact and transact with third-party, such as exchanges and maybe DeFi applications, without actually having to give over your private keys. And you basically make sure that you're keeping onto your crypto and don't have to worry about it being in the hands of other people. So security is always great. Without getting into it too much, we're going to take a look at the Twitter. We're going to take a couple look at some things on the website. And then lastly, we're going to do a price analysis of QRDO, which is the token, which will be turning into a governance token as well. So anyways, make sure to watch all the way through. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here we are at Qredo's Twitter, at Qredo Network. Qredo is a deep tech DeFi infrastructure, instant cross-chain settlement, empowering traders and asset managers. So you can learn more here and go ahead and check out the Telegram. As always, I suggest you go in, make yourself part of the community, ask questions that you might have, do your full research. Remember, I'm just some guy on the internet, so don't just throw money into anything just because, you know, I say it's a cool thing. So here is the Spanish Twitter page for anybody that needs that. And the website link right here. They have 40,500 followers. So as always, make sure you guys are coming and checking out the Twitter. So we're going to go ahead and head over to the website. So right off the bat, you can see one of the big partnerships is MetaMask Institutional. They just recently partnered with them. So you can say hello to Institutional DeFi and check out some more information on that partnership here if you would like. But we are going to continue down. So radical new infrastructure, blockchain interoperability, lightning fast settlement, and secure decentralized custody. So you can go ahead and create an account. It will ask you for your first, last name, your email address, and then you can go ahead and put a alias. This will basically get you into the hub, which will also set you up with the Qredo app. Now, I already went through it. It's works seamlessly. It works good. The app is nice and clean. The app is basically allowing you, so say you were to do a transaction, it will send you a notification through the app, and you have to authorize it, do Face ID, and then put in a PIN, and that is you signing for the, you know, transaction or whatever it may be. So definitely a great thing here for security. Like I said, wonderful there. So powered by decentralized custody, decentralized NPC, cross-chain settlement, cross-platform liquidity, interoperable, and open source. So we will be taking a look at this here, but here's a little picture of how the architecture of the Qredo network works. So it is a layer 2 blockchain, which can go over a layer 1. So say if you wanted to have this, you could go ahead and partner it with Qredo and have the scaling and transaction speed and all that of Qredo, as well as then security, you know, for the DeFi. So, you know, just throwing that out there. So, and then you have the layer 3 Qredo decentralized messaging on top. So the technology pillars are fast finality blockchain, consensus NPC network, decentralized messaging. So you can go ahead and explore here. They have the light paper, white paper, yellow paper, and the token paper. Okay, so we're just gonna quickly go over the tokenomics here because I figured I just would at least show it. So QRDO is a utility and governance token for the Qredo network. We've designed a user-centric incentive structure that economically favors all network participants to build network effects and drive adoption. As such, the design takes into consideration the incentives required for each participant, including validators, liquidity providers, traders, and custody users. user-centric rewards include transaction mining. Up to 99% of transaction fees are paid rebated via QRDO token rewards. Custody mining, up to 99% of custody fees also rebated back via QRDO token rewards. Validator rewards, high reward model derived from user fees plus emission schedule. And market maker mining, market makers pay no fees, get rewarded in L1 and QRD tokens for providing market depth. So, introduction. Qredo has developed a system of user rewards that create a unique user-centric tokenomic model. The Qredo network consists of two cryptographically linked protocols that work in sync to provide privacy and non-repudiation. Layer 2 is a decentralized delegated proof of stake, or DPoS blockchain that acts as a middleware, enabling decentralized custody and atomic swaps between counterparties exchanging layer 1 assets. Examples: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cadena, just saying. Layer 3 is an encrypted decentralized communication network that uses the cryptographic primitives and identity structure from the layer 2 blockchains as one of the building blocks to provide non-repudiation of messages. I don't like that word. The layer 3 can be used to issue RFQs, or request for quotes, to market makers, conduct private pre-trade negotiations, or carry travel rule information about a particular transaction between the regulated virtual asset service providers, or VASPs. Once a transaction is approved on the layer 3 network by both parties, self-appointed custodians hold governance responsibilities. It is recorded on the layer 2 blockchain automatically. So again, we see this, and yeah, I will leave the rest of this for you guys to check out if you're interested in, the market makers and validators and custody users, and even being like maybe a liquidity provider. So if you're interested in all that, you guys can read through it, but I figured I should just at least go over the basic tokenomics. Here is their roadmap. You can see that V1 of the mainnet went live Q3 of 2021, the V2 testnet, and then in Q1 of 2022, which is coming up here soon, we will be going into V2 mainnet. So keep that in mind. The validators receive share of network revenue, and complete transition to the DAO governance will be taking place in this quarter. So keep that in mind. That's coming up here shortly. So now could be a great time to get in before that happens. So you can meet the team. I'm not going to look at this here, but their team is quite extensive and you can look into them. There are some AMAs and other things like that out there. Coin Metro did one recently. So go and do that research for yourself. So fundraising history, you can see some things here, as well as some investors. One of the bigger ones being Coinbase, Nexo, Ledger, Prime, Deribit, and yeah. So there's some more backers here, as well as the milestone of the old roadmap. So you guys can go through, this is stuff you guys should be kind of looking at anyway, so I'm not going to go over all of it. But we are going to go ahead into a little bit more of what Qredo really does. So the network is the vault, why decentralized custody is the future. So blockchain is hailed by a cybersecurity revolution, transforming databases into decentralized trust engines that provide the perfect mechanism for peer-to-peer transfer, all without the need for trust of a third party. Yet the keys to this engine are not trustless. The strings of cryptographic code that spark the ignition, controlling transfers and deposits on the blockchain, are vulnerable to theft and loss. Until now, these keys have typically been stored in databases and shunt offline in hardware and paper wallets, all arrangements that sacrifice accessibility and fine-grained control for the sake of very limited security. So Qredo introduces a new paradigm, decentralized custody for decentralized assets. So from centralized, the security risk of centralized storage methods is well documented. Private keys have been prized from the hot wallets with malware, bamboozled by internal employees, and hacked in endless different ways in an endless game of hide and seek. One that hackers are winning 1.9 billion looted in 2020, which is obviously a absolutely huge issue, not only just for crypto as a whole, but I think that also really hinders crypto adoption. When people see how easy it is for you to lose money in crypto, that definitely keeps a lot of people away, as it is just way too high risk for them to be involved. As I do love the high risk, high reward kind of thing that crypto brings, It also, it's a little harder for mass adoption, as a lot of people aren't willing to go for that high risk, high reward scenario, where they would much rather sit in more of a secure position, knowing that their money one day isn't just gonna disappear. So to decentralized, blockchain offers a way to provide robust security with no compromise to accessibility, ideal for safeguarding private keys. This security is achieved by eliminating single points of failure. Each blockchain entry is received by a node that must agree on the accuracy of the data before it is mined into the chain, creating a publicly audible, transparent record that is replicated by each node on the network. To comprise the decentralized record and falsify transactions, a potential hacker would need to simultaneously breach the majority of the nodes. Nakamoto conceptualized the original blockchain in 2008 to solve the double spend problem and create Bitcoin. Qredo takes the same principles and applies it to the digital asset custody. So how does it work? To decentralize private keys, Qredo uses the cryptographic breakthrough of multi-party computation, and that's what NPC stands for, implementing using a threshold signature scheme, or TSS. So shares of the cryptographic key are contained in the MPC nodes, which are distributed on the network. Together, the nodes generate a digital signature to sign transactions without ever producing a private key. This is standard practice, but in most MPC implementations, the private key shares are created and stored in multiple virtual machines or virtual hardware enclaves like Intel SGX. These nodes are typically controlled by the same organization, leaving assets exposed to rogue employees, conspiring cloud providers, and other colluding partners that might decide to do a runner with the funds. So with Qredo, the MPC nodes are distributed between security-hardened Tier 4 data centers distributed across global financial hubs and controlled by the Qredo chain. The Qredo chain is a layer 2 network that provides an immutable registry of assets and activity. Each custodial operation, each transaction, each signature, and each change to wallet custodial policies is mined into the blockchain. In this way, the network becomes the vault. So the network is the vault. In Qredo v1, all MPC nodes are controlled by the Qredo team. This control will be gradually relinquished to the community in a secure step-by-step process, leading to the full decentralized promised land. So this goes over a little bit more why decentralized custody is important, and you guys can go ahead and read that if you would like, but we're going to quickly just go ahead and go over the overview. This will give you Qredo in a nutshell and give you all the main points, and as they show here, the highlights of the project. So number one is no single point of failure. The Qredo network is designed and architected to enable participants to remove any single point of failure. Decentralization is key to the Qredo ethos, and Qredo is on a clear roadmap to becoming a fully decentralized autonomous organization, or a DAO. DAOs are extremely popular right now. As you know, you're giving the power to the people, and I love that. That's one of my favorite things about crypto. So robust and secure, security is built into every step of the Qredo development process. We don't use smart contracts and we don't wrap tokens. Pioneering technology means that your layer 1 private keys are never generated. Number 3 is that it is a layer 2 network. So our layer 2 network allows for greater flexibility and speed of transaction, as well as interoperability with layer 1 networks. You can move assets at a fraction of the cost inherently to the layer 1 network. Number 4, put your assets to work. Qredo uses a single blockchain to record your ownership of digital assets on other blockchains. This means that you can send and receive any asset to or from any other Qredo member instantly and cheaply. Number 5, transparency of all total assets held, designed with fail-safe solutions to liquidity, meaning that you can always trade in the assets that are enabled. The integrity of the Qredo network enables you to verify at any time that your ownership of layer 2 funds is directly equal to the layer 1 funds backing them. The solvency is Qredo is transparent, verifiable, and always visible. Extensive range of custody rule combination. Custody rules can be tailored to fit the widest possible range of scenarios and combinations. This means that you can have a granular custody over every transaction and withdrawal. It also ensures that your access to funds can be enabled in case of death or injury. The Qredo network utilizes Tendermint technology to enable both settlement and delivery of the assets on underlying blockchain in less than 1 second. Anyway, so I feel like that should give you a basic understanding of what Qredo is doing and how it can change DeFi and the security of DeFi in the future. Like I said, I think just partnering this layer 2 with a very good layer 1 will not only show strength in the project, but could create a pretty powerful dynamic in the future. And me personally, as I fully 100% believe in Kadena, as I said before, I do think that Kadena and Qredo together could be insane. All right, so here we are at TradingView. This is the QRDO USDT chart, and this is a 2-hour chart. Now, right off the bat, I do believe that we are forming this falling wedge. A falling wedge is actually a bullish pattern. So what you'll see is you'll see kind of a zigzag in between these two levels, which forms the falling wedge, and then you'll eventually see a kind of compression and then a breakout. Now, like I said, this is a bullish pattern, so these most of the time break to the upside, but just because it's a bullish pattern doesn't mean that it can't break to the downside. Now, the current level of resistance that we are at seems to be holding relatively well. This is our last resistance that we've broke through, so finding support on this means that it has flipped into a support, so I would expect it to hold at this level. If it does break from this level, I would expect more downside, obviously, and that would put us probably into the $3 to $2.50-ish range. And this wedge very well could break to the downside as well, so keep that in mind. It's really hard to be extremely bullish right now because Bitcoin is kind of just in limbo, and we really don't know what it's going to do. And since the market is kind of dependent on what Bitcoin does, we will just have to see here. But hopefully, with the fundamentals of Qredo and as more people find it, as well as hopefully Bitcoin starts moving to the upside, we should see a retest of this recent high here. That is personally what I'm looking for. And I also will say that I will be buying and have bought in within this range here anyways, because I do think that this is going to be a strong support. Now, that being said, as always, we could very well fall through the support. So always keep in mind that just because, you know, I'm bullish doesn't always mean you have to be. I might even be a little delusionally bullish, but everyone's kind of screaming bear market right now, and I just don't believe it. Anyways, we will just have to really keep an eye on it and see what the market decides to do. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Qredo. Honestly, it's starting to creep up there into my top 3 cryptos along with Flux and Kadena. I see a ton of potential in this project as DeFi grows in the future. Them bringing more of a secure and traditional investing side to DeFi, I think, is going to be huge. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about Qredo. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. Like I said, we upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we show a lot of other great projects like Qredo. Anyways, until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.